Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk to you today about something that could potentially be near and dear to your heart. You might know someone who's going through this situation, or you just might have a few questions. So, real quick, try to imagine laying in a hospital bed. I know it's a scary start already. But try to imagine laying in a hospital bed and the doctor comes in and tells you that you need an organ transplant to live. Uh, have you ever thought about being put in that situation? I know I haven't. And I know a lot of people don't through their day in and day out lives. Um, so, real quick, according to the United Network for Organ Sharing, it's a nonprofit organization, which is great. About every 10 minutes, someone is added to the national transplant list, which, if you add that up, that's a lot of people. And about 20 people a day actually die from needing an organ transplant and they never receive one. So add that up, and that's an even bigger number. And thinking back to you never thinking about it, I bet you these thousands of people, I bet you they never thought they'd be put in that situation either. So if you haven't realized it by now, I'm here to talk to you today about organ donating. It's a very good thing to get into, a very good choice to do. So I'm here to talk to you about some of the misconceptions that you might have about organ donating, how to become an organ donor, and I have a little story of a big impact you can make. So, like I said, I'm going to talk to you about the misconceptions about organ donating. I was reading on the local DMV website, and they have a list of, if you have more questions, they have a list of different things that you might want to know about it. So I pulled a few that might be relevant to you. So first, no matter who you are, if you're rich or poor, you don't get put at the top of that list. So you can't pay your way to get a organ, which means it is a very fair process. So whoever is in need most, they will get the organs. Secondly, you don't get charged if you do decide to say, okay, let's start off this way. If you decide to do a kidney transplant and something were to happen and you would need your life saved, you would get charged for them trying to save your life. Now, otherwise, if you donate, you won't get charged for the process because you were doing something to save someone else's life. Thirdly, it doesn't matter if you were sick or unhealthy. It doesn't hurt to still become an organ donor because, to your surprise, some of your organs still might be salvageable and actually healthy that you can donate them. And lastly, you have the say in what organs that you donate. So if you are against it, the doctors will not do it. So, like I said, I'm going to talk to you about how to become an organ donor. I know whenever I was 17 and going for my driver's license, they ask you then and there if you want to become an organ donor. Now, if you're one of the ones that waited and wanted to do a little bit of research for it, you can go back and become an organ donor. Go to your local DOT center and sign up. It's not that hard. So the process is not scary at all. It's pretty easy actually. So like I said, I was going to talk to you about how big of an impact you can make. I was reading through a few stories and I found one that is very sad at the beginning, but it actually shows that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So 10-year-old Garrett Brockway, he lost his life in February of 2013, which is a very sad story, and I'm not going to get into that part, but upon losing their child, Garrett's family actually decided to donate his organs. By doing so, they were able to save 6 families from going through the same thing that they went through, the loss of a child, which is very sad. So most of you may know that there is a bigger need for organs than the availability of them. By becoming an organ donor, you could potentially be like Garrett and save 6 lives, which would impact so many people. So many families would have a huge impact from doing that. Remember, it's not that hard to do so make sure you do a little bit of research to do it. You could be the reason why someone has years to live. Making one selfless choice could be one could be the huge impact. And honestly, becoming an organ donor is totally worth it. So I hope I gave you enough information today to change your mind. So thank you.